Good morning, good morning. Buenos dias a todos. Yo, you know it is already the voice of power on this Sunday morning. Once again, coming to you live and direct. Hope everyone's having a great morning. If you woke up this morning, stay blessed. God woke you up this morning to see another day as we move. And if you're having a good one so far, make sure you're taking this episode today because we're going to do some real talking today. But I can't do this on my own, so I'll have to introduce my two cohorts here. The one and only DJ Mendez. What it do, though? What it do?
Good morning,
Woo!
everybody. How's it going? MC
Woo!
Bacon
Loving
DJ
that, bro.
Power. You know
Woo!
what? I gotta rep the gorilla.
Yeah, love the hat. The official Radio Querico mascot hat. Get your hey.
You know, I thought we're missing someone.
Yes, we are.
We're missing someone.
Hey, yo, Mendez, where you at? Oh, wait.
Ah!
Good. I did that just as he's gonna say, what the hell is this? DJ Nasty Nash, where you at, though? What to do?
Yeah, we're here live again, once again. Abiertos, like every week, we're gonna bring out, like Bacon said, some real talk today. Some real talk. We'll see what's going on with
Wait a
this.
second.
What's up?
Second. What is it you're wearing there?
Yo, man, I have to rep my team, Ascension Jiu-Jitsu team.
No, I don't want to see boobies. I want to see the logo.
The logo's right here.
No.
You can see it.
That's tough.
Wow. Too much butt.
So yeah, man, that's my team. We actually went to a tournament with the kids yesterday and seen some couple fights. I was in Whitby.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, well, we went there kind of late, so we ended up watching a couple of the Nogi fights. The kids really got into it, man, because we were watching the fight and they're like, okay, you see what they're doing? What are they doing? They're framing. Oh, okay, cool. Where are they framing? Oh yeah, the neck and the hip. Bro, it was actually interesting taking the kids there and they enjoying a couple of the fights that we watched. Yeah, and which is sick, man. Amazing.
Is there a difference between a Navi fight and a regular fight, or is that just like code term or something like that?
Oh right? No, gi and no gi. So gi is like with the kimono, which is called the gi, right?
Yes, okay.
And no gi is basically like shorts and rash guard or t-shirt, whatever.
Okay.
So you don't wear the traditional, what we call it, the PJs, right? So you just wear whatever. Like some people wear tights, shorts, or a rash guard, right?
And usually like we're just strictly grappling and stuff, right?
No, both of them are grappling. But the only the difference with gi and no gi is that you have the grips with the gi.
Right.
Right. So you have the collar, you have the sleeves, anything you could grab. So that helps a lot. With no gi, no, you don't have it. You only have your grips. So it's actually more slippery because you have to grab them and shit. It's crazy.
Exactly. Okay.
Yeah, man.
Yo, I would so buy. You know what? And this is gonna sound so bad. I would cover myself in baby oil before I went in.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah, bro. As soon as you step on the thing, it's like
bro.
DQ.
No.
Hey, we gotta win one way, right?
Shout out to life. Past the person, it always comes back up.
Baby oil, eh? That's all he thinks about now.
You knew it's brewing. You can see if you're not really pay attention as you're talking. I see Nash's eyebrows do this. Interesting. What the hell is this, yo? Come on, man.
He likes it. He likes what he likes.
Hey.
Cochino.
Well, nowadays with the baby oil, bro, who knows? It could work.
Right? See, now he's got the dark.
Well, before we continue, make sure you are liking, you are subscribing, hitting that bell, giving us that TLC. Because you know what? Without you guys, we're not going to be able to get to that 1K. Without you guys, we're not going to be able to continue growing and loving it. So give us that love, because Bacon says he'll take his shirt off the moment we hit 1,000 followers. 1,000 subscribers. Bacon will go topless, he says.
Well, have you up for that?
Look at the silence. Look at the silence of the serious thing.
He'll do it.
I hope y'all
ready. We know he'll do it.
Good.
Look at him. He's like,
If we can get to 1K, you got my word. I'll do an episode without a shirt on. And then the comments will come through, and so will the memes. I embrace it. Bring it on.
Bring it on. So
Yeah,
once
I
we
mean,
get to 1K,
like Brenda said, subscribe, like, comment. We up for anything, suggestions on the show, topics that you want to hear, because we're here for you. Abiertos style every Tuesday. Get it? Let's go.
abiertos.
Abiertos. See, I need that tutor. I need that. Me. What? Hey,
So,
I gotta get.
okay,
I gotta.
okay. Here,
soon come.
Español sin barreras.
Straight up, ladies, do me a favor. I'm looking right at the camera. Do me a favor. Bacon needs a tutor. It's got to be female because if it's a guy, he's going to joke around and not listen. So it's got to be a lady. We're looking for a tutor, preferably in the GTA, that she can speak English, Spanish, Spanglish, and chisme. So make sure the man gets his lessons. Make sure you guys help him out. It's 1-800 Bacon needs help.
Get that tutor up,
Thank
yo.
you. I really appreciate it. Let me
Yeah,
show you
but-
something.
but-
Let me show you something. Let me show you something. Oh
So,
man, I'm
Oh
loving it
my.
now. I'm loving this energy and vibe right now. So I hope y'all loving this energy and vibe too, because we bring it to you every single week.
That's it, man. Don't forget, hit that campanita.
So, Bacon, you and I got inspired this morning, and y'all mofos made me run.
Is that right?
Yeah, y'all made me run. Mr. Ascension there, Mr. Pink Hat, turns around, comes in with a nice toque, all nice and relaxed.
Yo, what would you want me to do? I'm cold, yo. It's coming those days. I'm with a hoodie and with the hat, yo.
Señores, por favor, if you can, deliver a nice hot chocolate or a nice
Triple,
coffee
please.
to Mr. Nash. Ladies, he needs a hug. It's cold.
Or a large,
I don't know. I don't know about the hug because your wife is
Or
here and
large
he's gonna
French
beat anybody
vanilla.
that comes close to me. That's for sure.
espresso shot.
Yo, it's a special shot. Oh, bro, don't even go there. Before we start the show, before we start
Oh,
getting
no.
into what we're supposed to be getting. So you guys know we're moving next weekend, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, I do.
So I hadn't realized how much alcohol I have at home.
Oh,
Like, look at Bacon. Oh, baby, he's getting love. Look at him. He's even getting that.
Why is this happening? Yo,
yo, watch. The
I
dog's
told
gonna put the
Kate to
two
go
paws
in
in the
there.
shoulders, yo.
But he knows. All right, Kate.
Yeah.
Say hi to everybody. Say
What
hi.
would you do if
That's my
Nash
question.
is right? All of a sudden, look at him. He got you nervous.
Oh, there goes one. There goes.
Look, daddy. Hey, I'm trying to record, bro. What do you want? Huh?
Look at him. He's like, daddy. Daddy.
You smell like chicken. All right, relax.
Wow.
Stay relaxed, okay.
So,
Smell like
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, this is my my furry boy, my son Kane. I guess he knows when we are about to get on set because he wants to show himself that, hey world, I'm here. Don't worry, Daddy, I got you back.
no, bro. Every time we talk about alcohol, he jumps in the camera.
That's the last time too.
The last time we were
I
talking
know what y'all
about
talking about, not to my recollection. I know what y'all talking about. And Nasty Nash, you don't have to agree. Follow the play.
Just keep on moving.
But no, that's what it is. You know, everybody comes into the set, and then like I had on the toque, but I saw your hat, and I'm like, man. And I turned, I was like, yo, I'm gonna show off my new my beer store bacon hat. That's what's up, yeah. So
Yo, I will wear the Que Rico hat, but he'll disappear,
It'll
bro.
disappear in the green screen.
All you see is a hollow head.
All you would see is the gorilla. That's it. Everything else would be gone.
yeah, for sure.
The gorilla just floating in the center.
Yeah, that'd be like. So,
Oh my.
so anyways, yeah, getting back to what I was saying, we're packing or whatever, and my sister comes up to me. People either like you or they hate you. I'm like, what are you talking about, kid? Because I hadn't been home for a couple of days. I've been here in the studio working. And I turn around and I go look at it. I'm like, holy shit. We've got like 20 something bottles of alcohol.
Jeez.
Yeah, bro. I don't like at least 90% of them are closed.
Yo, so
Wow.
make a shelf and just put in your office there. Uh
That's a. Yeah. That's.
oh.
Ah.
Love it.
He will build
So
it. They will come.
I think we're gonna build it. I
That's
think
awesome. That's awesome. I
since
like.
it's
I like that pause and then just took the slow mo. And, oh.
Well, I'm actually doing something
Oh snap!
similar.
Get out of
oh
here! What?
Little by little, man.
You know what? Okay, you guys up me this week, eh? All right.
Yo,
Let me
and
step
that's
my
for
little.
someone that
yeah,
doesn't
I
drink,
next week
eh?
he's gonna have all
I
like a
just
song
I
behind them.
just realized I just realized I have a collection here too, but they're all empty.
That was the collection.
Here, collect
Well,
all
you
my empty
started
bottles,
this
but the
way.
other ones here on the side. Oh my god!
That,
Oh my god! Yep.
so Bacon's been wanting to talk about a subject for a while now. It's something near and dear to his heart, and it's starting to creep up in my life slowly. So
Man.
listen,
Oh, sorry.
I'm not gonna turn around and take a day job. And he
Wow!
dropped the camera.
And I dropped the
Wow!
camera.
Wow!
Nice.
Guys,
He got nervous. He's like, "Oh, the truth is coming out."
Shit.
So,
Um,
for all those of you guys that keep on watching the show, y'all know that big MC Bacon and I are single, and DJ Nasty Nash has his beautiful wife and kids.
yes, sir.
So we're going to take a different aspect on things because, well, sometimes when we're single, we don't realize what we're doing wrong or what we're saying wrong or how we're failing ourselves. So while Nash is a married one and can give us advice after I think it's 15 years now, 18 years with her,
Yeah, going to 15, yo.
15 years with a beautiful wife, puts him in his place. She puts him, he puts her. They love today, they love tomorrow, and next thing you know, there's a that yeah, I was gonna say that chunky moment, but yeah, we'll leave
No,
it at that.
it's like two rams, bro. There's those days, you know what I mean? It's gonna
It
happen.
happens. It happens.
Yeah.
It's part of what we do and part of our lives, unfortunately. But fortunately, because if it wasn't for her, in some aspects, you wouldn't be where you are now.
No, definitely not. Sometimes, yeah, man, it's what she keeps me sane in a lot of stuff, on point. Because it's hard, like, especially you need someone there to support you and to help you in anything you're down for, you know what I mean? You need that someone to be there, and I think I found the right one, and that's it, man. She's been there, and nothing else to envy no one, man. I have it all with her, you know what I mean? Like, she's yo, I could feel sad. I could go talk to her, and I feel upset, even though we could argue like left, right, and center. But at the end, like, we understand each other. You know what I mean? There's days that, yeah, we're on each other's throats. I'm not gonna lie. It's not gonna be. It's not. No es el color rosa like everybody probably pictures it. You know what I mean? It's always gonna be arguments. Always gonna be fights. It's always gonna be stuff that I don't do, stuff that I expect her to do, or whatever. Man, it's always gonna be something. But I guess it's just communicating and trust. That's a lot, and that's something that a lot of us don't have. Trust. You know what I mean? Just because we had some bad times with other people, we think that everyone's gonna be like that, and we're always with our guard up. And probably because of that, a lot of people they miss being with the one that you're supposed to be, and just because you're on your guard, and just because you're taking everything so personal and everything to the heart, you don't let nothing grow. You don't let a relationship grow, right? So it takes time. It doesn't happen from one day to another. We had our times, we had our fights, you know, it was bad. So to the point that, we know where we at, we know who we are, who we have beside us. And I think that that's all that matters, man. I love her, and I know she loves me, and no matter how much we might have doubts, days that we fight, she might not love me. No, at the end, we know how much we love each other, and I think that's what gets us together, or through everything that we go through, everything that we've been through. And I'm not gonna lie, like we've been through some fucking hard times, bro. You know what I mean? And when you know that person is with you, no matter in the bad and the good, whether I had a lot and whether I had nothing, yeah, she's a keeper, yeah. You know what I mean? And that's it. It's all about trust, communication at the end, yeah. Once you learn to communicate with your partner, bro, it's just a whole different ballgame. My take on that, right? So.
Oh, as the title states, Bacon and I were talking about this before we went on air. Dating 2024.
It sounds like stressful, bro.
Bro, it sucks. Dating right now sucks. Bacon,
uh,
am I wrong?
Uh, it's it's retarded out there. Like you would think, you would think that as time changes or time goes, things. I know there's a lot of things that change when it comes
of course.
to time passing, but Mendez, maybe you can back me up on this, but I'm one of these old school cats. I'm about, if I'm with someone or whatever, just common gestures, opening the door, opening up car doors, opening up doors,
Hmm.
flowers. You know, if I get down to that to the gritty side, like poetry, you know, being being a man that likes to romance and show that side of myself that I know that I have.
Yeah.
And it's funny because you don't see that anymore. And if you do see it, some people it doesn't register with some women because
No.
times have changed and how they're raised and how they view, dating in this time of the century and everything else. It's way different from how it was in my time.
Yeah.
People are getting together through dating sites. People are getting together just by sending each other texts and voice notes. Nobody
Hmm.
calls nobody no more.
It's very
Like,
odd.
like there are times like women I've talked to in the past, like I'll call them on the phone, but they don't answer. But then when I message them, they're messaging me back like crazy. Since when? Since when have we lost communication by picking up the phone and calling somebody? Like real talk, I'd rather hear your voice than text you.
No, definitely. Yeah.
And it's just weird. Like my experiences, like I've had a lot of good and bad relationships. The past few relationships I've had, there there was a terrible one, like a really bad one, another bad one, but there was one that I ended up losing because of another relationship I was in, and when I say that, I mean I wasn't dating two women, no, but this is the time when Ileana was born and stuff like that, and it just became intimate where this person I said, hey, you know what? I love for you to be with me, but I can't force you.
That's
You
true.
know? And a lot of these people, a lot of I've noticed with a lot of people around my circles that they're with somebody for the sake of being with somebody, And I used to fall in that category mentally because just a little background for me. My mindset was because I was raised by my grandmother. I was raised by my mom or my dad. I didn't really didn't really fathom intending how later on in life how I want to have my life be, I guess, looked at in regards to settling down, being with someone, have kids, and all that stuff. I'm turning 47 next month, I don't got no kids, and I'm currently single. I got a great job. I got a nice ride. I got my place, and I'm healthy. Working out, trying to lose weight, everything else, and become a better version of myself. But in the process, I've talked to a few women here and there, and I find myself trying to see, or try to embrace all the different aspects of trying to find somebody. I was on, and even our social media pages have different avenues for that. I don't know if y'all heard on Facebook, they have this thing called Facebook dating, where you set up a profile and everything else, and just like a dating site, but you just people who will match up with you that are also on Facebook,
Mm.
depending on you put in all the information, everything else, and you know what? I was oddly enough, I had a couple women respond. Some of them I was talking, and we were just talking through voice notes. Didn't exchange numbers, anything else. Ended up meeting. It was a great meeting. Then all of a sudden, it was a snap of the fingers. Then it was become, oh, I don't have time. I don't think dating right now for me is the best. And after putting in, we put in a month and a half almost of talking, which is recent, which is early. Was there kind of a connection? Yes, there was, because we had ended up having a lot in common, and just the flow of conversation was it was a mutual thing. So I was doing one of these.
Mm.
We ended up meeting up at a Timmy's for a coffee, and yes, ladies, meeting up with somebody for a date, having coffee, is a good thing. It's a
Oh, for
good
sure.
thing at the end of the day, because this is what we kind of touched on a little bit last time in a couple of
Mm-hmm.
episodes back. Yeah, you get to know somebody and you find out who's who and what's what. But make a long story short, yes, like she's end up saying that this is not time and everything else, and I'm like, okay, cool, and I caught it. So I just said respectfully, I said, hey, listen, I know you got a lot going on and everything else, but let me know what the status is, because I don't want to be wasting your time, and I don't want you to be wasting mine, because
Mm-hmm.
my time is my time, your time is your time. We don't get that back. So
No.
so once I said that, then it became where she told me what it was. But now here's the kicker for me. How long does someone know that they're not interested before they say they're not interested, but they only say it because you brought that line, as I just mentioned, or that situation to them? Because
Mm.
one fears to ask, hey, if I didn't say all of that, would she have mentioned that? This is not her feeling time and everything else right now. I just continue to go. Now, when I say that we didn't speak, like after that, like she wasn't online, she wasn't responding, and I tried to keep the conversation going to a certain point. Like, hey, how you doing? And hope you had a good day. I hope message me when you get a chance. Oh, hey, it's me again. Da 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 da. And it became redundant that I was the only one putting that effort.
Yeah, no, it's not. That's
And
working, man.
that's the thing that sucks, because it's they say it's all about the approach and how you talk and everything else. It's very simple. Hey, how you doing? I think you look good. Can I get your number so we can talk, get to know each other? What's the worst that happens? No. Okay, y'all have a nice day. You be cool. No, it's completely like it's never that simple line I just said, that doesn't apparently doesn't fly here in 2024.
So
Doesn't.
what do you think is the problem on that dating when like to sheds now? Is it because of like it's so much easier to do it online and just having a picture of yourself and just talking to someone like that, or what? Because I mean, it changed so much from back then. You know what I
It's I
mean?
think
Like
I think it's society. To tell you the truth,
society itself, eh?
I think so.
You have to think about it. Back in the day, we had to interact with our
Hmm.
coworkers. We have
Facts.
to interact with our neighbor. We have to interact with our classmates.
Facts.
You were in college. It wasn't on a keyboard for a couple of hours. Really,
Yeah.
really, motherfucker, really, really. You're not even gonna share. You're just we're not gonna no,
Oh, you seen that, eh? You got that, eh?
but nowadays, and I was laughing at this, and this is just hilarious. So I'm talking to this girl, and everything is online, and she shows up to an event, and I'm like, okay, not even close. I mean, the filters, not even close to who she really is, bro. I'm not gonna. I'm sorry. Look, straight up, this is who I am. No filter, no nothing. I'm straight up. See what I mean? But young lady, not even young. I mean, this lady, filters galore, my boy. Done. So I looked at her, I'm like, oh, shit. But, like, you know what? She's got a good vibe. Let's see what happens. I'm not pushing anything, not pushing anything. And she gets that first night that I meet her. One of the biggest things that I hate about I cannot stand for a partner gets wasted. Okay, that right away. I mean, like I said, I'll say it all the time. Your birthday, Christmas, New Year's, whatever, I'll shut up. But just because you're out and you get stupid wasted, there's better things in life. So whatever, let it be. But a week later, it's like, I'm sorry. I thank you for driving me home. I know, Shadow. I'm like, I'm not gonna leave you stranded on the middle of nowhere. I'm not gonna leave you there for something to happen to you. You ain't mine. You ain't with me. But just because I know you and I see that you're not in a good position, I'm gonna try to help you. That's just my nature.
Mm-hmm.
She's apologizing. I let it go. Whatever. Like, that's it. I'm not interested. Like, I'm blunt. I'm not interested. But I'm like, you know what? The friendship is nice. So I keep the friendship going. And then I'm like, I've got another event. I'm like, hey, why don't you and your friend come out? You just want to take me to bed. That's why you're inviting me.
What? What?
Let me flex a little bit.
No, hold on. Let
No.
me ask you a question. How did she know?
No. You know what? Honestly, no. I would like, even when we first started talking, it wasn't about that. It wasn't about just getting her in the bed. If it was somebody that I was trying to get into bed with, it'd be different.
Straight.
And it really, at this point in life, if I just want a quick fling, that's what it is. But I'm not looking for that. I don't want that. That doesn't interest me anymore. When I was younger, maybe, but at this point, way too many diseases out there, way too many things that could cause. So, anyways, we're getting back to this chick. I'm like, no, I just enjoy the conversation because you're actually, you can hold your own. Let it be. A couple of weeks later, she starts messaging me constantly. I'm like, whatever. Talking to her as a friend. And I said to her, so I saw that you went out again. Good for you. It's like, yeah, I didn't get as drunk as last time, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, okay. It's like, well, I was nervous to meet you. I'm like, wait a minute. If you're nervous to meet someone, why the hell are you going to get drunk? That's just going to make you look like a bigger idiot.
It's true.
Sorry, I speak truth. I speak how I am. And if people don't like it, well, subscribe for more stupidness. She turns around, gets mad at me because I'm not trying to pick her up anymore. I'm like, I've made it clear that I don't want you. I've made it clear that I don't want to be with you. And you've made it clear that you think that I just want to get you in the bed. I don't want either. Not with you. Why are you getting mad?
That must have hurt her.
No, she got mad. She got insulted that I didn't want anything with her anymore. Like, come on. You want something or not? And if you don't play games because you're gonna, And you know what? I hate to say it, but Cat Williams says it very well. Don't hate the player.
Hate the game.
Hate the game. And if it's your fault if you get involved in the game, because if you don't be playing, don't play at all. But that's what a lot of this is leading into. A lot of playing, a lot of he. Well, no, like as a friend of mine says it, we've got a lot of Hercules keyboard pushers.
Yeah.
These ladies are strong behind the screen. Put them in front, gone. And same with guys, because I laugh at it when a guy starts sending, or I know you guys have seen it at some point. Even the viewers must have seen it at some point. Somebody arguing online on Facebook or on some feed or whatever, and these two or three are going at each other, and then when it comes in person, I hear
Calladito.
crickets.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So with the whole dating scene nowadays, there's no, at least from my point of view, and I think Bacon will agree with me on this one. It sucks because there's no personalities, there's no touch, there's no in-person love anymore. That whole there's no courtship anymore. Courtship is on a screen.
Yep.
Everything is through a screen. Everything is through some sort of button pushing, or let me grab my damn phone. Here's a voice note. Blah blah blah. Thank you. Um, love you. I guess. Bye.
Mm-hmm.
My youth. Where do we stand?
And the thing is, with the way how things are played out nowadays, it's almost this like you're saying the game, like it's like Tom and Jerry, cat and mouse shit. Like it's you meet a person, or like an example, I was at the grocery store, and it was sometime last week, and when I went to park my car, I seen this beautiful fucking Spanish girl. Oh my god! She's, I guess, standing by side of her car, talking on her phone and everything else. So we made eye contact. I smiled at her, nodded, and then walked into the store. Some shopping and stuff. Coincidentally, I see her in the grocery store. We didn't like. I seen her. She didn't see me, but I seen her. She's in the grocery store. I was like, all right, cool. So went and grabbed my stuff, everything else, and as I came back out, she was standing right by her car, and so I brought my groceries to my car. I popped open my trunk. I looked at her again, kept the eye contact, and then she smiled. So I said, you know what? Let me go introduce myself. So I gave her the nod. I said, yo, come here for a minute. Let me talk to you. So she comes up. I'm like, hey, what's your name? She's like, oh, my name's so and so, this and that. And then I said, yeah, I just want to say you're really beautiful. I noticed you when I came in, and I saw you in the store there, but I was just doing my thing and everything else. But I see you here, and so it's like, yo, you know what? You think I can maybe we can talk a little bit? You got some time? Say, oh, well, I'm busy and stuff like that, whatever. Say, all right, that's cool. And I left it at that. Didn't say nothing else. Was getting into my car. What happens? She comes to my window, and she's like, hey, let me ask something. Like, what's that? She's like, what is it that you found attractive about me that you wanted to come up and talk to me? And you know what I said? I said, sweetheart, you have everything that obviously a guy would want, but since you wanted to end the conversation 2 minutes ago, I got things to do and I'm out. I drove off. I drove off.
That's
Yeah,
it,
I
bro.
drove off. Yeah, you know why? Because you know when the signs are there, the looks are there, the smile. Now, is that an invitation to go up to someone? Maybe not. But if you're showing me a vibe, if you're showing me an energy that, hey, you're reciprocating what I'm doing, I'm gonna come up and say something, regardless if I get rejected or not. I'm gonna come and say something because,
Mhm.
again, I'm an old school cat. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna
and
ask, hey,
and the worst they could say is no.
yeah, do you have Instagram or do you have faith? No, I'm not gonna ask you all that. Give me your number so I can call you,
That's
not
it.
play super text and everything else. So no, I'm gonna call you. We talk on the phone and we get to know each other like that. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
But it was just a funny thing because I was like, wow. And she was a good looking chick. And for me, I'm very approachable, but I do get shy around beautiful women. I can admit to that, and it makes me kind of second guess myself when it comes to making that approach because, am I going to feel rejected or what are they going to say? If I'm going to take it to heart or not? But as I got older, I grew out of that. So it's just now, if I find a woman attractive, and there's like key signals that there's some type of interest, I'm gonna find out if it's there, and if it's not, so be it. Would it hurt a little bit? Maybe, depending on how she answers or the attitude she gives me. But at the end of the day, it's like I would not change. I would not change the approach of how to get to know someone or show interest in a woman because of what society dictates. You know what I mean? And is that a bad thing per se? No, not really.
No, I don't think so.
You're staying true to yourself. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like you're walking down the street or you're driving, you see a girl. Hey, what up, girl? You look good, girl. What's up? Hey, and she gives that look. Yo, am I gonna U-turn my car and do a 3-4 turn to come check you? No.
Nope.
You know what I mean? So it's, I guess.
Wait a minute. Why is it I can actually see you doing that though?
Because I've done it before. You get me? Yes, I've done that before. That's why, you know what? Hey, I talk about stuff that I've done. So I've done that. And some women like it, some women don't. But now it's almost like I think about things before I do it. Am I wasting my time doing a 3-point turn to go talk to this one chick? You'll never know unless you do it. Yes, but at the same time, it's like you always think, oh, you're going to do it, and then you're going to get dissed or they're going to reject you or whatever the case is. And there's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with rejection.
No.
I'll tell you what I mean by that. When someone rejects you, that's just the opening for someone else to find out who you are and love you better. I've had rejections throughout my life in regards to women, whether it me being they find me ugly or because I'm big or because they already perceive what I'd be like without getting to know me and then make the assumption or decision, if you want to call it that. So it's things like those. Like Nash touched on earlier. Keep the guard up and you kind of put yourself in a shell where you don't show your true self because of the fact that maybe it's a constant where you're being yourself and you get rejected and women don't want to do anything with you or whatever the case is. So you have to put on this silhouette of a character to say that I'm this and this and that, but then when they meet, it's like whoa, like Mendez did earlier. Because I've had a couple of those. Like I've been on dating sites and chat lines and stuff, and women telling me, oh, they look like fucking like poof, man. I had this one chick tell me she looked like Eve. So Eve from Rough Riders, right?
Yeah.
This was a long time ago. I'm sharing one of my examples here. So this is actually a good one. Shout out to my boy who at the time was like, yo. So I was telling him the story. So I was talking to this one girl off a chat line and stuff, talking. Voice impeccable. Like she had one of those voices that you can just sit there and listen to her talk because her voice was so fucking sexy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Give me a description, da 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 da. Say it looked like Eve. I was like, oh, okay. So obviously, once you see a lot of women and even guys too, like once you start talking about how you look like or what you do or everything else, trust me when I say women are listening, like men are listening, vice versa. So, speed it up. We were talking for a couple of weeks. We decided to go shoot some pool, break the ice, shoot some pool, get to know each other, da 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 da. So we met. I wasn't driving at the time, so I met up at Wilson Station. So she described me the van and everything else, what color. So nervous as shit. I'm like kind of relaxed and then feeling confident about myself and everything. Look at Mendez is smiling already because he knows what's coming. I didn't even see. That's why I love you guys, eh? You guys see you guys see the plot coming. Ladies and
No,
gentlemen, not a joke. This actually happened. And make sure, like I said, when you hear this, you comment, subscribe, and listen. We got topics for days. Anyways, that's the plug. But getting back to what I was saying. So I came out the station. I see the van. All right, nerves are going now and everything else. But I see two women in the car. I gotta take my hat off for this one. So, whoa, it's a hot in here. Oh shit. Anyways, so there's two girls in the car, two women in the car. There's one like absolutely fine looking, nice face, nice body in the passenger side, and then there's a woman in the driver's side. So
notice how he's not describing her.
that's how bad it was.
Yo,
No, well,
just,
you know what?
just like the movie Friday.
Well, she wasn't. She didn't. She wasn't the best looking. She was very big, and nothing against big people because I'm big myself, obviously. But because of the description that I was given over conversations on the phone for almost a month and a half, 2 months, I picture this, fellas. Fellas, picture this. I went to the passenger side, all smiles and everything else, and I'm like, "Hey, how you doing? Man? Good to finally meet you." And this and that. The lady. I grabbed her hand. We were talking and stuff. And all I hear is, "You're not here to see me." And as soon, bro, hey, as soon as she said that, I looked up at the driver's side. The biggest one, the biggest fucking smile, but the eye, like the cut eye I was getting, was insane. And I said, so if I'm not here to see you, so, and I actually said this, I'm like, where is she? I did. I hey, wrong place, wrong time, maybe. Whatever. Because I already interpreted in my mind when as soon as she said that, and it was her, she lied.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I was like, hey, how you doing? Nice to finally meet you. And we still went ahead, went to the shoe pool, everything else. Very cool girl and everything else. But I told her the next day, I was like, listen, it was nice meeting you, by the way, but I'm gonna have to end this here. Oh, what happened? I said, you listen. I go, we were talking regularly for 2 months. So all pretty much I was attracted to was your voice. Because the simple fact that you lied to me about how you looked.
Mm-hmm.
You lied to me. You not only lied to me about how you looked, you kept that up for 2 months. You kept up that same persona for 2 months.
And all the way till you guys met. So it's like that's crazy, yo.
Yeah, and that was a lesson learned for me because that's why I realized that I know I'm very straightforward when it comes to when I'm talking to a woman and how I conduct myself. Because at the end of the day, you're going to meet.
Yeah.
You're going to meet. So I can say I'm 6 foot, big arms, big shoulders, abs, everything else. And I'm packing down there and everything else. I can do this, I can do that, and everything else. And then you meet up, it's like womp womp. Hey, you're not the person that you described over the phone, and that's a red flag right there for anyone.
Oh yeah.
Some people go ahead and go past that and see if there's something there, while others it's like, hey, all right, if you're lying to me about this, what else are you lying about? And
that's the biggest thing, right? Being able to have trust in a relationship. And it's hard nowadays because, like you just said, they describe themselves as one thing, they portray themselves as one thing over messages, over texts, over socials. But when you actually meet them, they're not even close to it. And it sucks
Yeah,
because you want to respect them. You, as men, we want to respect our partner. As humans, we tend to want to respect our partner. But if our partner is not who, or this person that we're trying to get to know, that we could see a potential with, already starts out with lies, why are we going to be with them? Why are we
Yeah,
going to?
if they're starting with lies, imagine what they're gonna end up with, bro. You know
right.
what I mean? That's something like that's something that's big, and it's a lie, bro. Like one way or another, like there is no way, no other way to see it. Like they lie to you how they look, so what else are they gonna lie to you after?
And that's the whole thing. Like Bacon, you know it. You and I know it. We're big boys. We don't hide it. We've never hidden who we are. We've never hidden how we are. We show up wherever it is, and we are who we are.
Sure talk.
Okay. So what we spend the extra money on our clothing. So what we do whatever to make ourselves feel right for us. Why are we going to waste our time with somebody that's lying to us?
It's true.
Why should we waste our time with somebody that's being untrue to themselves?
Hmm.
And that's one thing a lot of people don't understand. Like I laugh at the memes nowadays, and I know I send it to you guys a lot. But one of the biggest things that I find funny is where does reality and where do you really come in? Because I don't want to wake up next to somebody that I'm a big boy. Fuck, I'm not denying it. But you don't turn around and watch me go like this. You don't turn around and watch me go like this.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And you definitely don't turn around and watch me take up one of these things that, it's holding everything back. That I can't even breathe and I can't move or dance because it's going to pop.
Those tank tops.
I can't breathe. Forget that. I'm not going to
Yeah.
use the words I want to use, but realistically, why? Why lie? So you got a bit of a belly. Some guys like that. So you've got a bit of a, bit of cellulite on your bum, on your legs. So what? Some guys like it.
Yeah, but that goes to them the insecurities that they're going through. So
Yeah, but
that's at the end. Yeah, no matter what, they shouldn't be lying about it though.
there's no need for it. I
Straight
mean,
talking.
bro, we're old. We're not 20. We're not 15.
Right.
Exactly.
We're in our 40s. You guys are
Right.
older than me. But I don't want to date a girl that's fake. I don't want to turn around and go to bed and wake up and her hair is there while she's in the shower.
Yeah.
I don't want to turn around. She takes me over to sleep at her place. Things happen, and all of a sudden I wake up or I go to pull on her hair because that's what she's asking. All of a sudden, oh, mama, what's it to do again?
Right.
Like, honestly,
No, it's very true. It's like, see, that ties in where it ties in where you because of if you've gone through a couple scenarios like that where yeah you're gonna keep your guard up. You're not gonna change who you are because of it, but you're gonna have that okay. Let's really see what you're really about. Like another example, on this Facebook dating thing that I recently signed up on. There was a lady that messaged, and we literally talked not even a day, and she already asked me for my number. Now, on those guidelines, they say you'll find that there is a lot of fake profiles, and here are
mm,
things to look out for. So one of the things they say on the Facebook dating app is look out for women or whoever you're talking to if they ask about like any money scenarios, personal information, phone numbers, so on and so forth. So I look at her pictures, gorgeous looking woman. Look at she knows how she carries herself, dressed nice, all in their pictures. Here was the $34 million sentence. Hey, sweetness, how you doing? You mind send me a picture of it? Send me a recent picture of you, so I just want to really take in the beauty that I'm looking at in these other pictures. The response: never mind. seriously? And then, yeah. And I was like, right there for me, red
Red
flag,
flag.
red flag. And I said, hey, and I responded. I said, hey, I'm just trying to be careful because I've been catfished before, and I'd like to see a recent picture of you so I know that it's really you. I came straight out and said it, and I said, well, just because of the response you're giving me, it's either tell me that you're fake or you're not the person that you say that you are. Because
Yo,
I don't see a
question.
problem. I don't see a
True.
problem with sending me a recent picture of how you look because I don't know how old those pictures are on your
That's
profile.
true.
Just like how you don't know how old the pictures are on my profile.
And you don't even know if those pictures are is even hair.
That's it, and
Yeah.
that's why. But
So
just
now,
but just by the response, that was an
yeah.
automatic. All right, cool. See you later.
So what red flags should people look? You guys are in the dating game right now. So what's the red flags that people should look at or should consider? Because a lot of people don't know how to read those red flags. You know what I mean? So what is it someone that they're on the dating apps or dating right now, what they should look for? What's the red flags that they like, okay, that's a red flag, or people don't even think to see that, right? What would you guys say that's a red flag to actually look for?
If well, there's a couple that I came across. There's one where for me, my experience and everything else, I always look for when someone communicates something with me and then they communicate the same thing but in a different way. That's a red flag for me because if you can't remember what you told me,
Mm,
then that means that you were lying to me from the beginning. Now I don't know how perplexed that may be to some people, but that's how and I say that because I've been at fault once or twice
mm-hmm.
where I was talking with a chick and I mentioned something and then I guess it was brought up again and I said the same thing, but she's like, hey, but you told me the first time around that it was this and this.
Mm,
And, oh, my bad, yeah, whatever, whatever. And we ended up stop talking because of it.
of course.
So again, like through this whole dating experience, I learned more about myself as well in regards to what I don't want from a woman whom I'm talking to, or if I approach or we're dating or whatever the case is, if we're serious and all of that. So like all the red flags, just like honesty is always the best
Mm-hmm.
because
So
you never know what with a guy or a girl, you never know if what they're saying is 100% facts or legit.
It's true.
Real talk. And another one, hey, you know what? Again, this is just me because I'm old school like that. If you're talking with somebody, let's say an example, you're at dinner or you're together, and they're on their phone constantly, that's a red flag for me.
Oh yeah, for sure.
That's a red flag for me
Bro,
because
she just wants a free meal.
huh?
She just wants a free meal if she's on her phone.
Straight.
Straight up. Like,
That's what it is.
I'm sorry. Call me an
It's
ass.
like
It is what it is, man.
yeah, like there's a lot of red flags that you will not see because maybe you're just infatuated with the person that you're with because you have a feeling of, oh my god, they're so beautiful, this and that, and I can see this with them. So some little things you'll let slide, but those are the things that'll come back to kicking your ass later on.
Mm, yep.
And that's one of the things that I guess people don't trust themselves with. But then you know when you come off straightforward and everything else, you're called a bad person.
Mm.
You
It's
know,
just because they don't want to hear the truth, man.
Ooh.
A lot
oh,
of
I
people.
for me, you guys listen.
Mhm.
You guys known me for years. When I go to the clubs and everything else, and I'm dancing, what happens?
Everybody's around you.
Yeah, like I've had
Hmm.
I've had guys in throughout the years of me going to clubs and stuff. They think all the women that I'm dancing with, they actually think that I'm with them, like I'm intimate with them, and I do things with them. Like, nah. When I go dancing to have fun. And if I'm
Okay.
dancing with a woman and she's dancing and she's feeling my vibe, great. If she's not feeling my vibe, cool too. Bro, Bacon
Hmm.
knows all these beautiful women. Like, just because I know all these beautiful women doesn't mean that I'm fucking all of them. Wish, but hey, a man
The
can
truth
carry
shall
strings.
let you
Come on,
free.
yeah, come on. Like, once in a while
No.
is a very good thing. Sexy time. I like. But
Very
it's one of
nice.
those where I've had women tell me, yo, Bacon, like I would date you, but I don't, I don't, I don't have a thing for big guys. I've had women who actually straight up came and told me that.
Yeah, but
I
it's better than
respect
the
that
real
though. I
fact.
respect that.
Same here, because they're
Yeah.
actually being as much as it would hurt me like, oh my god, because I'm overweight and, ah, but I respect it because they were straight up about it.
That's it.
And I've had women that I've got into relationships with, and it got to the point where we're getting serious and everything else, and then they all of a sudden break it off because, oh, you know what, I'm not feeling this and that, because you're
Yeah,
weight.
big boy.
Yeah, like big boys got moves too. Like,
Oh
hey,
yeah.
prime example of that. So it's it's one of this. You're gonna judge right off the bat because of my appearance, then that's on you.
That's it.
Because like the saying goes, we warm in the winter and we shade in the summer. Get it? So get yourself a big boy now. That's how we doing it. Oh,
It's true. It's true. Why lie? You know what? Honestly,
yeah, man. But
one
that's
of the biggest red flags for me, and I don't know if you guys will agree with me with this or not, but one of the biggest red flags for me right now in this day and age is when they can't have time. They're too busy.
ah
Mm.
ah.
They want a date, but they don't have time, so that don't make sense.
Okay,
Yep.
here's another one for you boys.
Listen, like like there's a saying that's on social media, like all these little posts and stuff, reels. Nobody is busy for anyone.
No.
Anyone can make time for someone if they're interested in that person. Plain
That's
and
it.
simple.
Hmm.
Plain and simple.
Amen to that,
If I'm
because it's
if I'm
true.
texting you and you're not texting me back, but I see you posting on social media, you got time. If I'm saying, hey, well, let's meet up, whatever the case is, this and that, and you're like, oh man, what, I'm kind of tired out, this and that. Enjoy your evening, cool. Then you see them, you see them partying up somewhere else on social media, or doing something else, or continue putting up posts or doing whatever it is they're doing. They got time, but not for you.
That's it.
Here's
You're
two more
not
for you.
in their your category per se. You're not in there. Okay, let me reach out to this person.
Hmm.
That. So no one's ever busy for it because I'm a busy guy too. But a simple call, text, hello, what's going on? Miss you,
Yeah.
makes me smile, blah blah blah, all that mushy stuff, whatever. Takes 2 seconds. So
Okay.
It's
when
true.
she tells me that she's busy, I'm like, all right, you must have been busy 24 hours a day because hey, you could have reached out and at least responded to my text or respond to my phone call, whatever the case is. Oh, you can't answer your phone? Great. You know what? Oh, I was busy, this and that. Fine. But if I text you and I don't hear from you, a couple hours go by, but you've been posting on social media since after I text you, you're showing me that you got no
I'm
time.
not a priority.
Not my
Okay,
priority.
I have a question for you guys too. So, you guys, okay, well, this happened to someone. So let's say, okay, you take the lady out for the first date. Cool, everything is good. They talk, whatever. Now, whose responsibility or who's the one that should be calling back after the date? Would it be the woman or would it be the man?
Should it matter?
Straight.
Thank you.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Right?
Mhm. And
Because
here's my reason for that one. Here's my reason for that one.
okay.
That's a good question though. I like
Okay.
that. I've never heard that one.
Realistically,
Because
realistically,
I mean, hold on, because I know someone that happened, and then again, hasn't after the date they didn't talk for like a week or two, and then out of nowhere the man messages the lady and says, "Oh, I guess you didn't like the time that we had or the day that we went, because he didn't contact me. The lady's an old school lady, and she said, "Well, you're the man. You should see at least how am I doing,
Mm,
or how the day went if you actually like my company also."
mm.
Now we're talking about older people, though. We're not talking about like, what I mean, older than us. So where is that now? Because now she's old school. I could see that he's not that old school because that's something that. So looking on both sides, I get the fact that yes, that's an old school thing. The ladies waiting for the man to call to see whatever. But I mean, it's 2024.
So here's my take on this one, and
Okay.
it sucks for some people. And I know one of you is gonna say something. So this is me being me. I got on a date with a lady, whatever. It went great. First of all, I make sure she gets in her car, make sure I drop her off home or bus, whatever the
Yes.
situation may
Facts.
be. Gotta be a gentleman.
Yep.
Facts. Yep.
And you know what? When a woman turns around, and I laugh at this, and I'm blunt about it. So I dated this lady. She was freaking out because she didn't want me to drop her off at her place. And I'm like, why? What's so wrong? Like, is it dilapidated or something? Like, do you have a husband? Do you have a boyfriend? Do you have a lover? Do you have like 40 kids we don't know about? Like, what is it? No, I just don't want you to see where I live. I'm like, okay, well, at least let me drop you off in the neighborhood. And she starts freaking out as we're getting closer to her neck of the woods. And I'm like, oh shit, I know where you live. And we started joking around and it calmed her down. Dropped her off. She's cool in her house. She thought I was going to get upset because she lives in the ghetto. We all live where we got to live.
Straight.
We can afford what we can afford.
Hmm.
Let it be, dropped her off. And this is me on my way home thinking. This is just me maybe overanalyzing, overthinking things. I sent her a message and I'm like, listen, if we're going to be dating, if you're going to be anything with me, you need to be real, you need to let it be. Because at the end of the day, if we're going to be something right now, is when we're going to know if it's worth it or not.
Straight.
Because if we're going to start hiding things right off the bat, do me a favor and delete my number.
Makes
I'm
sense.
sorry, I can't stand with it. Immediately, this is like literally maybe an hour after I dropped her off, I get a message from her. I can't believe this is who you are and how you're being with me. And I'm like, oh, I'm being given the boot. No. Turns around, is like, you know what? I appreciate what you did. I can't believe you're being this way with me, blah, blah, blah. Because she understood that, you know what, at the end of the day, if I want something, I have to be real with her from the get go and start showing that.
Hmm.
Yep. Yep.
While after life happens, whatever, dated somebody else, similar situation, doesn't want me to see where they live, and I'm laughing at where they live because it's not a bad area. It's just bad experiences they've had. So I'm like, whatever, don't push the button if you don't have to. I'm on my way home. And I'm chilling because I think things have gone good. And the response I get is this how you always are?
What?
Yeah. Do you always have to be this way?
Did
What?
she get someone confused, or was she texting someone else, or what's up,
No, no,
bro?
no, 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 no. Was blunt. Then says my name. Can you answer me? I'm like, listen, what did I do wrong? She's like, well, maybe it's me, maybe it's life, but why did you have to push to have to drop me off? Why did you have to push for me to be safe?
Wow.
Who do you think you are? You're not my dad to have to protect me like that.
Whoa, for
And then
real,
the
eh?
last comment, which I'll tell you what I responded afterwards was, how dare you treat women like we can't defend ourselves?
Oh my God.
So, if I could crack my knuckles, I'd crack them right now. My response was, I'm sorry. I'm very sorry. And I apologize for you not having a man to teach you or treat you like a real lady. I
Mm.
apologize that you've never been able to have somebody that can value you for who you are. And more importantly, I do apologize for being brought up by a strong woman and a man that have made me turn into a gentleman and not be some animal that's just here to spread your legs and take advantage of you. Thank you very much. Do yourself a favor. Never call me, delete me, block me from everywhere because I don't want to see you. And if I see you coming towards me, I'm going to run the other way. Even though my chunky butt can't really run and I'll probably be rolling. More than likely, I don't want to see you again.
Right.
How dare you turn around and try to belittle me for being a gentleman, for being chivalrous, and for doing what a real man should do? And I use this, and these were my words. I use this very loosely as a real man because men nowadays are more like little girls that need guidance from mommy.
Facts.
Never again. That instantly, as soon as it went, I saw that she read it, blocked.
Yep. That's just
and,
that's
and
just
as I feel something special or whatever. But that's you get. Well, y'all know I have my two girls, and I've always told my girls, doesn't matter how good of a man, how much money he has, how beautiful he may look, how handsome, how elephant trump to the man, baby. That don't make me nothing. If he's not going to be there to protect you, if he's not going to be there to make sure that you are safe, if he's not going to respect you for you and your wishes and your dreams and your hopes and be the person that's going to inspire you or stand up next to you, even though you're making more money than him, even though you're being somebody better than what his frig, he could be a pooper scooper and you're the Queen of England as long as he's there for you. That's what matters.
That's it.
Yep.
And nowadays you can't have that because the moment women start making more than men, the moment she starts financially being better off than you, I can't say all because then I'll be lying.
But that's usually how it is. Yeah, it's not all, but like a majority of them. Once they get a status, once they start making more money than the men do, they actually could shut down the men and start making their own life. They don't want to bring a man up or help the man grow up. Meanwhile, a man could just get a woman from flipping burgers at Burger King, and we could make them be and still be beside them. You know what I mean? But they can't. They won't do that. They won't do that. They won't get a man from the gutter or like a cleaner and meanwhile, let's say they have so much money and they're gonna build them. No, they won't.
And that's so true because even you see even in social media and everything else, like a lot of these women, the first thing they're asking men is how much money do you make? What difference does it make?
Yeah.
See, well, I have a job. You guys know that I have a career, but I'm also self-employed. Whenever anybody asks me what do I do for a living, my response is, I work. But what do you do? Why won't you tell me what you do? Is that really going to matter if you and I are together? Well, I want to know how much money you make. Is that going to matter? Because what I make is yours, and what you make should be mine. Oh no, 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 no! What I make is for me, and well, you have to provide. Thank you very much. Have a good day.
There it is.
Peace.
There it is.
Now that's a red flag.
Not mine. Not there's that money line.
You know what?
What I make is mine, and what you make is mine.
I don't believe in that. I don't believe in that. You know what? Maybe that's why I'm still, and I keep on getting in trouble for this. My kids are really busting me, and Nash keeps on busting my chops on it. In a good way. I will say it's in a good way, and they're right to do it. This is why I'm still single, because you know what? I work hard for mine. I get up at 4 a.m. I go to bed at 11 o'clock at night every day. I take care of me, I take care of my kids, and I make sure that, you know what, my bills are getting paid and I'm not in trouble. Yep. But who are you to come into my life and try to take over what I do? Because you know what? If I'm coming into your life as a woman, this day and age, you're not going to allow me to take over you.
Straight.
Women are so, and I applaud them for this. I applaud women that can do this. Take care of themselves. They can stand up for themselves, and they can make for themselves. I applaud them for doing that. But at the same time, why can't you applaud me for doing what I do? The last question, in my point of view, that you should be asking in between a person that you're starting to date, you're starting to get to know. So how financially off are you? How much money do you have? You know what? Doesn't matter. Or doesn't matter how I feel about you, how I treat you, what I do for you. I'm not a bum. Bacon ain't a bum. Okay? Nash is definitely not a bum. But why does the financial thing have to matter so much at this point in age if realistically you can't even turn around and accept a man being chivalrous with you?
And that's the part. That's the part where society kicks in, because it how can I say this? It goes back down to, and I'll say for the women and the guys, women have a certain standard of, or perception of a standard of how to look, how to act, and how to conduct themselves when it comes to dealing with a man. An example: young ladies out there, who are not in the best shape and everything else, they look in these magazines, see these models that are like, you know, they have big breasts, small waist, big ass, or just thin, and they say, I have to look like that. And they go the measures of starving themselves and induce themselves vomiting after they eat to and have disorders just to look like that. And then fellas, the guys, some guys, not saying all, but some guys are just like, they're overweight and everything else. They see like, a bodybuilding magazine, and how a guy looks so fucking deezed up and everything. Shit, I gotta look like that. And they go about the inappropriate way or the wrong way of doing it, when they end up hurting themselves because they're trying to emulate what they see or what they perceive as to what it is. And that's the thing. That's the thing that sucks, because I would love to have muscles and be teased up and everything else, and I'm working towards that. But that's just
You'd like to have these?
huh?
You'd like to have these, you said?
You know what, man? You know what, Mendez?
I love you, Bacon.
I want to be fit.
There you go.
You like them D's? Shut up, you idiot.
He wants to be fit thanks to the D's.
I know that's gonna be a fucking meme this week. I already know it's coming. Mendez, like shit. It's like, yes, I like to be fit, have muscles, have abs, be, you know, look big and shredded and stuff like that. But if it's not for me, it's not for me. You know,
That's it.
like I've lost. You guys know my story. I've lost over 100 pounds at one point in my life, 6 7 years ago, trying to get back to that same shape. And like I'm doing that because not it's a perception of how I should look. It's just me wanting to have that, and that's where the significant difference comes in. But you see, when it comes to like dating and how women perceive men and how men perceive women, it's like Mendez touched on. There's some women out there that you'll never see them take on a guy that works at Burger King,
No.
or works in a pizza joint, or McDonald's,
No.
or is a janitor, or cleans toilets, or picks up garbage on the street, because they're so visually and perceptively inclined to, a man has to be this, 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 and this. But it's okay for them to think like that. But then when a man says, "Hey, you mean to be this, 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 and this," you're stereotyping. What? No.
Mm-hmm.
If you want those things, then work for those things. But if you want those things basically because of the fact that you expect a man is supposed to be this, this, and this, or you expect a woman to be this, this, and this, then you're going to end up in a bad situation sooner or later.
Yeah. No, it's true, man. You're right.
Like like the whole contradict. It's funny. There was a reel I saw. There was this white guy. He was walking around talking to women, and he had a scale in his hand. Okay, so he asked the guy. He asked the girl. Said, "Hey, would you ever date a guy that's shorter than you?" She's like, "Fuck no." He's like, "Why?" Because he's too short. She's okay. So he put the scale down. He goes, "Okay, step on the scale. Let me see how much you weigh." She's like, "Oh no, I'm not gonna tell you that." And the guy's like, "Why?" So you don't want it. So you think maybe a guy wouldn't want to date you because of how much you weigh? And she got offended. She's like, oh, what the fuck did you say that? I was like, yeah, but you just disrespected the short guy. You did. If you had came on and said, hey, you know what, I don't date short guys because that's not my preference or whatever it is, that's one thing. But
Mm-hmm.
when you throw shame on a person's appearance and then it comes back to retract to you in regards to something of your opinion appearance, whether it's your size or whatever the case is, you shouldn't take that to heart.
Yeah.
And that's the fucked up thing that's happening in the dating scene is like everyone has these building blocks and they don't even get to know the person. They just, oh, do you have this and this? If you, and you say no, okay, I can't talk to you.
Yeah. They're looking only on like whatever they have. They don't even see what really they have in the inside or how they are or who they really are. So.
Like I understand the fact that yeah, getting to know someone, it could be somewhat of a burden, but that's where you that's where the if you really want to call it, not say investigative work, but that's where you see what's what and what's not.
Mm-hmm.
And that's one thing that I guess if I was to say, if you were to ask me what the dating scene now is lacking, it's lacking the the element of getting to know, the element of sitting down and just talking, getting to know one another, and see where it develops.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people miss out on a lot of great people because they don't take the time to get to know that good person in the beginning. But at the end of the day, it's like, if I can say this, ladies and fellas, just stay true to yourself. If you're talking to someone, you're meeting somebody, be true to yourself. Don't change for nobody. Because once you change for someone else, once you change yourself to impress someone else, then you lose yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You should only change for yourself because you're choosing to change or upgrade yourself.
That's
That's
right.
You
it.
can only turn around and give yourself the opportunity to become a better you. For you. If you're a parent, you want to be an inspiration to your kids. If you're a kid, if your parents are still around, well, you know what? You want to still be able to help them and guide them and be that person that's there for them. As a leader, change for you so you can better lead your coworkers, your staff, your family, your friends, your team. Jesus, there's so many great people that are just so scared to better themselves for them.
Mm-hmm.
But yet, here comes Karen, and she's the reason why you're changing everything. And then when Karen leaves you,
You're back to the same thing.
Johnny's worse than what he was.
Mm-hmm.
Can't do that, guys. Can't do that, ladies. And it goes for both.
Yeah.
You're going to turn around and make yourself all gym buff because Johnny came into the picture and that's what he's into. But you don't get none of it. And then you're hurting yourself and putting yourself in situations that, ladies, it just doesn't make sense for you. And then Johnny dumps you and you're destroyed.
Yep.
You don't know where you are anymore. You don't know who you are anymore. And you know what? Yeah, can't be doing that for yourself.
No, you're right, bro.
So, with that being said, boys,
It's about that
dating
time.
sucks. Dating sucks. Dating hurts. Dating has put us in good situations. It's put us in rough situations. It's made us have to rethink our lives sometimes. Correct me if I'm wrong.
True.
Because the three of us have been through it. You know, Nash is now happily almost married.
Soon,
Hmm.
soon, soon, soon time, soon time.
But
So I
it
guess
is what it is.
if we do touch on this again, is marriage. Is that when dating stops?
Uh, okay, well, I have a take on that one. So no, we'll talk more next week.
We'll talk about
That's
that
actually
another
a good
time.
one.
Now, before we go away, before we say our goodbyes and all our nicey nice, give you guys a heads up. For those of you that follow us religiously, we're going to be doing a funding drive, a toy drive for kids for Christmas this year. We want to make sure we take care of the kids as best as possible. I think we should do one in Toronto and one in Ottawa, separate. That way we can take advantage of these platforms and be able to help, instead of just one kid, as many kids as possible.
For sure.
It never hurts to help. It never hurts to do something to give back to the community. But more importantly, there's so many kids in need right now.
No,
So many
absolutely.
kids that are going through BS that they don't deserve. And if we can, be that silent Santa Claus, well, why not? So more information on that will be coming in. At the same time, I want to congratulate DJ Nash because he's going to be starting a new podcast soon,
Soon, soon, soon, soon.
all about
Uh,
jiu-jitsu.
so yeah, it's gonna be all about jiu-jitsu, talking about tournaments. We want to get the Latin community involved in that. There's a lot of competitors, a lot of practitioners that are doing the sport, and not only in jiu-jitsu, just in martial arts itself. And why not? We're gonna be bringing some people around talking about the sport, talking about what they went through, how it's for even the struggles that a lot of competitors, a lot of people go through. Because I mean, sometimes you have family and you still so into the sport that you put your family aside sometimes just to go train and stuff. So there's a lot of stuff that comes with training as a competitor, like for tournaments and stuff. So and yeah, man, we're gonna be talking about seminars that's coming up, different gyms, different black belts that's coming up. So yeah, we'll be talking about that. So it'll be a lot with what's it called? Professor Patrick, Black Belt under Omar Salbosa. We'll be talking about stuff, questions that people will have in Jiu Jitsu or anything that we could handle, and we'll talk about it. So, and
Well,
that's gonna be a fun one.
before we go, guys, I promised a good friend of mine that I would do this for. Big shout outs going out to Rosa Hernandez.
Oh my God,
Real
yes.
good friend of mine that she makes these wonderful pastries that
Mm,
she's been
mm.
trying to sell up on the side. DJ Nasty Nash was fortunate enough to try these, and he gave me the thumbs up on them. And
Oh, they were so good, yo. They were amazing, bro. And you know what?
make
I
sure on
seen the
Instagram
post.
and Facebook you message Rosa Hernandez. It's the
Yes,
pastelitos de
piña,
niñas, I think it's called.
the piña
But
pineapple.
yeah, ooh, and I tried it myself. I had to try one because they're as good as they are. My diabetes needs to be at an all time low.
Yeah, when
Oh,
we went to pick up the time that I got, I went with Marcel, and we didn't know what it was, so he's like, you know what, let's try it, bro. They were so good, yo. That with coffee, oh my.
yeah. So yeah, like I said, big shouts to Rosa Hernandez. You can message her, DM her on Instagram or Facebook. Wonderful pastries. $30 for a dozen, and if you become a regular, then you know what I mean. She has like her special deals when the time comes. But if you want a nice tasty treat that's like it's amazing, check her out. Try them. Uh, Message me for more info on Facebook or Instagram, and I want everyone should try these because yeah,
Yeah,
like
man.
bro,
No,
Everyone in the GTA, because this poor brother's not getting any.
don't worry. Whenever we get to Ottawa, we'll bring some
yeah,
for you because
we'll bring
they're
some.
amazing. They're really good, and
All
yeah,
right.
man, two thumbs up. Really great pastelitos, bro. Amazing. So,
So
yo,
And
before
order up,
to
order up.
everyone, they are not empanadas.
No, they're like pastries. They're like, yo, have it with
A
tea
lot
or
of people,
coffee. Oh,
hey,
amazing,
how
bro.
about your
Really good.
empanadas? I mean, no, they're not empanadas. They're pastries. They're tasty treats. They come with it's a
brother,
nice
do me a
little
favor, bacon.
ah. I'm getting hungry. Yeah, exactly.
No, you know
Let's
what? For
salivate.
next week we'll have some, lives. We'll
Yeah,
make
for
you
sure.
we'll make you drool, bro.
Make it worse for me, eh?
That's
So
it.
next week's topic, I'm telling you guys now. I want you guys to get prepared. We're in October. October is a month of Latin Heritage Month.
Hmm.
So next week, I want that to be our main topic.
All
Okay.
right.
Okay, so get prepared. Pick a country or pick two countries for you to talk about. Get yourself all, and I don't want to remind you on that one because I think you two are big boys now, and but I really want to hit up on this one. And oh my God, heartburn. I want us to also at some point. I'm gonna see if I can get in, bring in a special guest with us. Domestic violence,
Okay.
okay? Because it doesn't happen just to women; it happens to men as well. So there's a friend of mine that runs
It's true. Sorry to laugh, but yeah, it's true.
your pro.
No, no, because it's funny. Now I'm just remembering now one time we are paying something at the cashier and Patricia goes to get her wallet and I'm like, oh, yo, bro, the looks that we got, it was so funny, man. The cashier just looked at her and looked at me like, I'm like, I'm scared.
Tune in next week for that one.
So that's definitely. I'm gonna see when I can get her to come in to do the show with us, and we'll go from there. But definitely, that's something I want to talk about. But next week at Latin Heritage Month, any words of wisdom before we go? Each one at their own time. Starting with Mr. Nash.
Don't forget to follow. Conéctense. Follow la campanita and yo, remember just we're here to be loved and loved. So do it up, man.
Like Amanda mentioned before, like, subscribe, share. We can add suggestions and comments or anything you would like to hear us talk about. Feel free to let us know because we're here for y'all. And just to touch on, just be yourself, be safe, take care of yourself, love yourself because you're not able to love anyone else until you love you. Value yourself and show the masses who you are so they can respect and love you the way you should be. Stay blessed.
So my 2 cents to you guys this week is honestly, as they have both said, love yourself. Love yourself, respect yourself. You're not alone. Whether you're a man, you're a woman, you're not alone. There's always somebody there to talk to. There's always something here. We're blessed to be in a country that has organizations and has opportunities for people that need the help and that can give you the help. So no te sientas mal. Don't close your own door and don't close it up on others. Be willing to open up and be willing to be part of more than just your day-to-day 9 to 5. Mi gente, this was a beautiful episode of Abiertos with the boys. I'm gonna say goodbye now. And don't forget, pele la campanita, give love to the fellas. And this time, no music. I'm just gonna let you guys go away with the pretty faces there next to you. Dele cariño a los dos. Follow them on all socials. And look at the hey now.
Hey, you girls. Huh? I ain't say guys, What the hell was that? What?
Like that, eh? All right, have a good night and yo, stay blessed, yo.